what you get.
Exactly. And I mean, the Chinese ambassador once said, and I mean, I cringed at the weight of truth in what he said, that when Chinese nationals come here, somebody holds their hand and takes them into the bush and says the gold is here.
Of course.
Somebody does that. Some Ghanaian. Somebody is destroying his own nation, his own land, his own water for coins. Anyway, look, maybe you're right. Once we eliminate the politician from the mining process, maybe it will become clean.
They are the ones. Otherwise, we won't be in this situation, because you realize that lots of people want to end this, but there are some rich and powerful behind who are making it difficult. And as you mentioned, it is fighting back. It is because the unseen hands are so strong and powerful that it's difficult to actually face them head on.
Let me just make this point. Not all of them are politicians. And I remember very well being at the installment of the Amenfimahini, that's Tetreteku Amasechi. Now, at that point, the miners came there, and this is what they said. I mean, can you Nana, Eddie can, you need and just say one fray and tem, your bias, you be antsna. Na me to aso yeba na yamfa yansa payamba. Ye di kra 10,000. Ye di gold so aka ho. Oho kire wa na ne bi na di. This is how he spoke to the chief. Oho kire wa.
Now here's what he's saying, right, in English.
Yeah.
We're not happy we didn't get a place to sit at your ceremony, but we're here. Here's some 10,000 cedis, to honor the ceremony, and some gold. If you find yourself in financial straits, just melt some and spend the money.
Spend the money. And so the point is that when you go to many of these mining areas, the illegal miners in some instances are the most powerful people.
Yes.
And so even the politicians, in many of the instances, are afraid of these persons, because depending on how you do it, if you're not careful, these persons could influence society against you. It is the reason why you need a concerted effort. You need the whole society realizing the effects of what they're doing. So while enforcement is key, very important, before the enforcement, the understanding of the effects of what they're doing, equally important.
And I mean, just before we get on with this, the last thing I'll say about this, and then we'll get into the news review. But look, I once talked about how Ghana is an upside down republic. So all the people we've appointed to solve the problem are now the problem. We set up a task force. Then members are accused of taking bribes to make the thing work. Leaders of the task force are accused of, talking about, giving out illegal concessions. The people supposed to solve the problem are now the problem. We take the police and the military and we create a task force. We call it Vanguard, to take the lead in this fight against the thing. Then we find that these armed men who are on government payroll to protect the state from these people who are supposedly causing us damage, they then become the protectors of the criminals.
Maybe we have to change the approach.
And when the media attempts to tell the story, then the people that we are paying to protect us from the criminals attack the media.
Yeah.
Are we joking? This is what I mean when I say it's an upside down republic. Those we are paying to protect us are the biggest danger to us when it comes to Galamsey. Money talks. Everything else uses public transport. Anyway, inspirational song today was brought to us by Duraplus. Where Duraplus goes, water flows. Thank them, as we always do, for that wonderful song. Now, look, if you own a business in this country and you're worried that your bank is really not playing the role it should in helping your business grow, then it's because you're not with First National Bank. They have an account called the Gold Business Account, designed for you. It'll give you all kinds of things, okay? Apart from the merchant service solutions and credit packages and access to expert bankers, you can even pay Forex abroad. And of course, it's got an amazing range of payment solutions all on their award-winning platform. It takes a bank that does more to help start, run, and grow your business. So go to firstnationalbank.com.gh and ask for one of their consultants to call you back, and they'll sort it all out. Or you could go to any of their branches. They observe COVID-19 protocols, so when you go, please do the same. And they're all over the place, okay? They're in Accra Mall, Junction Mall. In fact, all the malls. Makola, West Hills, Achimota Malls. Tema Community 11, John Towers. Lodestar Heights, Tema Community 1. Market Circle in Takrady, SNIT Complex in Idum, Kumasi. And their head office is at the Accra Financial Center building. You know, it's more than just a business to you, and that is why they help. First National Bank Ghana is a subsidiary of the First Rand Group of South Africa. First National Bank, how can we help you? As always, the Arrive Alive campaign is brought to you each and every morning, by Joy News and Multimedia Group. It's also supported by Toyota Ghana Company Limited, Toyota Superior Quality, and Logistics Movers. We help you relocate, all under the auspices of the National Road Safety Authority. Avoid all distractions, please. Keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. That is how you drive safe. So, just before the news review, it's time for us to say it right.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
Kojo,
Wheezy?
you look a bit off color.
I ate some dodgy Chinese. I think my body is trying to evict it. I'm feeling a little nauseated.
Oh, you poor thing. Well, just make sure you don't puke all over my new shoes.
Oh, your shoes are safe.
And so is the Queen's English, because you said it right yet again.
Let me guess. Nauseated?
Correct. People sometimes get confused about when to say nauseated and when to say nauseous.
Here's how I remind myself. If something makes me feel nausea, that thing is nauseous. And when something is nauseous, it makes you nauseated.
Oh, I like that. So the thing is nauseous and the person is nauseated.
You said it.
No.
And yeah, that's how you say it right. Okay, let's go straight into the news review brought to you by Flora Disposable Handkerchief from Delta Paper Mill Limited. Now, listen, Flora Disposable Handkerchief is a tissue product that is very handy as the small package fits in your pocket, your purse, or your handbag quite easily. Now, Flora Disposable Handkerchief is a more hygienic option because you can throw it away straight after use, unlike a cloth handkerchief. So don't carry germs around in your pocket, your purse, or your bag. Use Flora and be safe. Did you know that anytime you use a cloth handkerchief, the chances are that you might have picked up some germs or even the coronavirus with it? Imagine what happens next when you then use your dirty handkerchief to clean your hands or your face. Flora Disposable Handkerchief is affordable and available in a market or shop near you. Flora is a product of Delta Paper Mill Limited. You want to know more? You want to buy in bulk? Call Delta Paper Mill on 0243 033 033. Thank you. All right. Winston?
Right, so let's start from the Business Finder. It says boom for fruits, vegetable growers as demand from UK increases, and banks won't regret providing us support. Potato farmers cry out. And COVID-19, 5 MMD is equipped to build back better. And that's on the Finder. Let me just add the Business and Financial Times, which says Wages and Salaries Commission wants deeper discussions to stem growing splinter labor unions. Shipping line rates must change, according to the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders. And force protocols focus on revenue generation. That's Professor Peter Quartet. And he says, not further borrowings to burden debt stock. Great comments from him. But finally, before you come in, Fred, the Chronicle for today says, robbers loot GCB Bank billion van, gunned down innocent cop.
Goodness.
Sad one there.
Where did this happen?
In the Ashanti
In the Ashanti region.
Oh.
That's Dunkornofin, which came under attack, and that's somewhere in the central region. And Supreme Court to adhere strictly to 42-day timeline. Afuli, the former Fisheries Ministry, Fisheries Commission in cat and dog fight, according to the Chronicle.
Well,
Now,
cat and dog means what?
cat and dog means that the former minister has written to the executive director of the Fisheries Commission to actually revoke all licenses given for fishing licenses given for the first quarter of 2021, because according to the minister, the law says
The former minister.
former minister. The law says the executive director of the Fisheries Commission should make recommendations to the minister. Well, the former minister, I mean, currently there is no minister for fisheries.
Exactly.
But the former minister says the president has asked them to be taking care of the ministries. And the question is, I did not see her name in as part of those who were asked to continue acting. But that's the issue now. The Fisheries Commissioner Secretary also says he's not going to adhere to anything. NDC MPs want to obstruct government business. That's according to Alexander Apenyo Marking. But scripture for today says, Proverbs 21:7, the violence of the wicked will sweep them away because they refuse to do what is just. Let's see the back page. Lampard has fallen short at Chelsea.
You people. So cat and dog fight. I know what a cat fight is. That's an expression used when two women are fighting. A dog fight is an aerial battle between aircraft. So what is a cat and dog fight?
Oh, well, the Chronicle put this out. And you know the Chronicle has a nice way.
Is that an aerial battle
couching
with
the
female
headlines.
pilots or what? What is a cat and dog fight? Anyway.
Catching. But so that's the back page. If you're a Chelsea fan like Sammy or Dami, you should be concerned. Maybe you'll be happy wanting Lampard to be fired.
Well, the New Crusading Guide, Mahama stages come back after Supreme Court ruling. Songo Salt Project, Brouhaha, Libby Warner misleads public with lies. Nungwa Manche grows wild over encroachers of Santio lands as the Stu wins judgment. Gold digger declared wanted over $210,000 fraud, and family demands justice as police vehicle kills motor rider at Akwitia. The Daily Guide, 2 doctors, 4 nurses grabbed for selling 2 babies. Photos of the 2 doctors showing here, Dr. Hope Mensah-Kwasi, Dr. Noah Kofi Lati. The Trump out, Biden takes over. U.S. civil rights activist lauds Nana COVID fight. Bahama versus Nana, 5 key issues to judge. That's in the Daily Guide. If you grab a copy, you can get the details. President names first appointees. The Daily Statesman, judges set out issues for petition as Supreme Court orders Mahama to file witness statement today. 2 top doctors and nurses arrested over baby sale, and this story seems to be growing. It appears to be the biggest for almost all the papers today. Sale of newborn babies. Police crack syndicates. 2 doctors, 4 nurses, 5 others grabbed. This is in the Ghanaian Times as well. And this issue is such a grave one.
Let me also check in the Daily Graphic. It says, baby harvesting syndicate busted. Now, they include 2 doctors and 4 nurses. And also on the front page, election petition, Supreme Court outlines roadmap for trial and local trial of COVID-19 vaccine critical. That's according to the Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority. He says the fact that it is working in other geographical areas does not necessarily mean that it would work in Ghana. So you need to have a local trial before you purchase them in bulk for administration to Ghanaians.
Because if you realize, the virus itself has behaved differently in Ghana and other African countries. And for scientists in the West, they've actually been surprised at how Africa has been able to cope in the face of this, pandemic.
And you know what? I mean, let's be fair. Every time we hear them say that, we feel as if it's a bit of a sort of a racial, racially motivated opinion. But let's also be fair. There are many factors that mitigate, against our health, even before COVID-19 came along.
Yeah.
Our sanitation issues, poverty, there are so many things that make our health, our poor health system, healthcare systems, our poor infrastructure, all of these things make us a less healthy continent than others. So it is not just a racial comment when you hear people saying that we're surprised how little damage COVID-19 has done in Africa.
Yeah.
It is a surprise. Let's be fair.
Yeah,
it is a surprise. And we are thankful for it. But the problem is we don't understand it. We don't know why.
Yeah.
So if you do...
Well, the last time Dr. Kenu joined us, he provided some bit of understanding as to why we're not dying as expected.
It's all guesswork. It's very logical guesswork, but it's guesswork.
Well, but the reason why we didn't say it's guesswork also is the fact that when the president, in one of his addresses, he talked about a lot of the foods that we eat that contain immune-boosting qualities.
Yes.
And under COVID-19, a lot of the treatment is to help boost your immune system to be able to fight the virus. And that's the reason why there are some persons who can live with people who have contracted COVID-19. They're very close. You can have a husband and wife, but one person would not contract the virus. And so he makes the point.
Forgive
that a
me,
lot
I
of-
think
yes.
there are scientists who will probably be texting us to correct this. When you boost your immune system, it means you can fight the virus when you get it.
When you get it, yes.
It doesn't mean that you don't get it. Just to put that in. Yeah.
Yes. So let's get back to our baby harvesting story.
What a shocking story.
Very, very worrying, because a few years ago we had in Kumasi, Suweba. You recall Suweba?
Yes.
Whose baby was taken away. She fought back. Eventually, I think she got her baby back. But it took months. And she never believed that the baby was actually dead. She didn't believe that story. She was told at the hospital. And that's what led to this investigation, Yoku and the Medical and Dental Council. And I commend them for this great step they've taken to go underground and investigate our professionals, those we trust, who are now harvesting the babies and selling them for how much? 30,000 Ghana cedis.
28,000.
30,000 Ghana cedis for a human being.
Your own baby. And because there are some mothers involved in this, right?
Yeah, one mother has also been arrested. And the operation was such that, and I love the approach they gave to it. They said, well, if we're hearing the stories, that's not enough. Let's go there ourselves. Let's actually put forth money. They are offering the baby for sale. So let's pay and see if they deliver the babies to us. And they did. As I speak to you, Yoko and Medical and Dental Council have 2 baby boys. 2 baby boys they're taking care of, because our doctors, our nurses decided to sell them. And check the modus operandi. They work in prestigious health institutions, Rage, 37 other places, but they have their private hospitals somewhere and they work there. What I think, and it happens a lot, some of the doctors, you come there and they give you direction. You come to say Rage, they tell you, well, go to this clinic, go and see this doctor or that doctor there, and all of these things begin.
That's what they do. So they pick them out of the public health system, divert them into their own controlled private health facilities, and then from there they start to exploit the system. I am also quick to commend IOCO and the Medical and Dental Council for this work. Now, one thing I would like to point out, since they have done this from the angle of going undercover as buyers, so they've been able to identify and arrest some of the sellers. They should also try and do the sting the other way and identify some of the people willing to buy babies.
Yes.
And also bring them to book.
So the story we heard was that some of these persons who are in need of babies, I mean, there are legitimate means of acquiring babies you have not brought forth yourself, which is the adoption procedure.
right.
And so when they make the approach, and one of the persons they arrested was a social service person. So they make the approach there and they tell them, well, there's a way I can help you. Then they lead. So in this operation, which took place at the Tama General Hospital, which the Joy News Health Desk, had an embedded member, it turned out the person did not go directly to the hospital.
They went to an adoption agency.
Adoption agency, and they led them to
Very good.
the facility.
So that's where the sting would have to begin. They would have to perhaps set up some sort of, adoption mechanism. And then when people come and they make that offer, or they don't even have to make that offer, people will probably come and ask, look, I'm willing to do anything. That's when you realize where the market is also. So great work on their part. But,
Exactly.
more to
Another
be done.
point that Ioko made was that some of these people, he says there's a possibility that you could go to the health facility, deliver, and you're told that your baby is dead.
Yeah.
And then they could sell it to another person. Or for those women who had been impregnated by men who had rejected them, saying they're not responsible. There's always that fear of not being able to take care of the child, and hence would want to sell these children. But as you have stated, it's important we know those who are buying it also, because the two-way affair.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's do the online review brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest. And GOIL, good energy. GOIL, of course, continues to make life easy by allowing you to use your GH Link card to buy fuel and lubricants from any of their over 400 stations across the Ghana. That's just perfect. So it means every time you make a purchase from GOIL, you'll see it on your statement and you can manage your finances better. So go cashless and protect yourself and stick to all the COVID-19 protocols in these times. GOIL, good energy. GOIL, Yenara Yenzi. Wafini o Wafini. 2021 is your year, so don't just insure your car, insure in a feeling. Insure your car with Enterprise for an amazing surprise. Get free fuel coupons, free sanitizers, and so much more. 2021 is your year. So insure your car with Enterprise and win. Dream big with Enterprise Insurance, your advantage. Terms and conditions apply. MyJoyOnline.com has these. Mahama files for review of Supreme Court ruling on 12 interrogatories for EC. Right, what else is there this morning? Baby selling, Yoko arrests at least 10 suspected persons. Supreme Court sets clear timelines. I would have loved to see that headline before we lost it. But anyway, Supreme Court outlines 5 issues for determination in election petition. Also, Bono NDC executive calls for expulsion of Koku Anyidoho from party. And 4 of our members have died from COVID-19 in 2021. That's from the Nurses and Midwives Association. On the BBC website, I think that's what I'm looking at, Biden sets to work on revising Trump policies. Why has South Africa not started vaccinating? And Pogba fires Man United back to the top.
I like that headline. I like that.
Why would you not like it? Anyway, the BBC News comes up now, brought to you by Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Provident Insurance Company Limited. With Provident, man, you are covered.
Hey, Baba, Charlie, I want a haircut. Quick, I have somewhere to be before noon.
Charlie, why are you in so much hurry? It's a woman, huh?
I want to use the bank in the city to get some money out.
All the way in the city. But Charlie, you know say I be FBN Bank Ghana agent. I help all my customers and neighbors make deposits into their account, withdrawals, transfer funds, pay bills, and receive money. This is my side hustle.